Hello. Godmorgen. Ja, det er lidt sent til det. Let's see if I can remember these buttons here. Webcam, boom, there we go. Why is the chat not showing up? Did I disable that? Anyway, let's open up Unity while we say hello to people joining. Did I remove the chat? No, should be there. Oops. Draco, are you a developer? No, I'm not the developer of If We Play. I'm only the developer of Fireworks MANIA. But there's a lot of clones out there. There is, If We Play and Fireworks Playground or something like that. And then of course there is Sinner's Fireworks game, Fireworks. That's for PC. But there is a few on Android, yeah. And some of them are very, very direct clones, like clearly trying to copy the game. So no, it's not me. Fireworks MANIA is not on mobile yet. It might come someday, but it will be the far future. Yes. Let's look at some B-roll while I drink my coffee. These are old clips. I should do a new B-roll one. It's my old office and very old game footage actually. But anyway, could also, while I'm saying hello to people and explaining things, show a bit from yesterday, but maybe without sound. So this is from yesterday, a little multiplayer test. And yeah, let's see if people are joining and I can do some introduction. Because I wanted to do a little status thing. I did consider making a devlog, but it takes too much time to cut that down and edit it, and then it needs to be all good and all that. So I'll just stick to live streams because I actually make progress on the game while live streaming, and I get to share kind of the status of the game this way too. And sometimes also get feedback I can use to easier fix stuff and all that. So so let me see. So this footage running here is just from a multiplayer test we did yesterday. As you can see, I'm currently working on characters. Before that, I'm still working on a new player controller. Long story, but I needed to update Unity to the latest version of Unity because I want to stay up to date on that to get the new latest features and all that. And while doing that, I couldn't use the old player controller, and that didn't really matter because I wanted to change the controller anyway, because I was using an old Unity standard assets first-person controller, it worked out of the box, but it was very hard to extend and make changes to. That's why we didn't have crouching and we didn't have a lot of stuff. So I took it as a sign to change. Just a second. Anyway, so I started up changing the first-person controller because I wanted to, because it makes it possible to do other stuff. So that's that is kind of working now in a basic form. So yesterday or the day before, I started adding characters because that's something that people have requested. So I'm now working both on the new controller and animation for these characters, because that's another thing. Now that we are adding characters, they need animations, because else they're just, very static to look at, as the bean was. So they need a little simple animation for moving back and forth, jumping, crouching, and stuff like that, which isn't as easy as it might sound. And by the way, this footage here, Guanago is one of the testers here, and he's always hacking it, so he runs a lot faster than he should. You can see Kel'Thuzar in the brown suit there is walking at a normal pace as the game is made. But one issue you can see actually right here is that you can see part of my own, me as a player, my own character, because the camera is inside the head. So that's another thing I need to fix, because it's very annoying. You don't want to see your own character like that. But that's not what I'm looking into today. What we are looking into today is blend trees. And what is that? So blend trees is Unity's way of blending animations. So essentially, this is not a tutorial. I just watched some tutorials. So this is the first time I'm trying it out. But the idea is that you have kind of a list of animations, and then you can tell it if some values are like this and some like this, it should be a little of this animation, a little of that animation, and that way it should blend between standing and walking and running and strafing or whatever. Strafing, what is it called? Going left and right. So yeah. So let's take a look. But let's see what people are saying here in the chat. The game character will be Polygon from Sin Studio. Yes, Raged, exactly. The characters will be from City Studios, but it's also the plan to make it moddable, so modders can add custom characters to the game. That's the idea, but it's not even working with the build-in stuff. So let me figure that one out first, and then let me make it dynamic, because it's not that easy. So hello Rage, hello Matrix, hello Lost Wanderer, QVQ, Guanaco, Cat is here, Draco, you were there before, Elko, not pro, and Lucas, and Yo Lolboy, and yeah, that's it. Bean will return. Yeah, we maybe get the bean return as some default or whatever, but I think most people would like a character. And it kind of adds some fun too. Also, if you imagine we had emojis, not emojis, but emotes, so you could kind of clap or say hey or something like that. So when other people are doing fireworks, people can stand up and applaud for the fireworks or something like that. That could be fun. Playable character. Yeah, I actually got a new one. It's the same one, but it's not just a new model of the same Senseo machine. Okay, but anyway, so let's first have a look at what we have here. And maybe I should roll some stuff back actually, because I played around with some stuff yesterday. Let me try them first. Okay, so let me make the windows here a little bit now. So let's see. Can I ask, is this hard to make, like, games like this? I've spent 5 years almost on this game so far, and have been building games in my spare time for the past what is that? 16 years or something like that. Is it hard? Well, yes. But it also depends on, how good you want your game to be. But anyway, it's not impossible. I'm doing it. And I just, got off work and now is sitting here. Just a second. Sorry, once again. I'm going live, don't come in. And then they come in twice. Jesus. Anyway, so what you see here on the left is just the scene view, so we can actually see the character because there's currently no third person view. Maybe I should add that soon so it's a little easier to test this. And here we have the animation controller, animator, sorry, down here. You can see it's it's hard to see, but it's the idle state that is currently working here. So when I move forward, you can see it goes to the forward, and when I go back, he still walks forward, but it's the walking animation. And when I run, he runs. He used the running one. Right now, the animations are super sus, as you will see. And where is he? Now I don't know where the camera is. Jesus. Anyway, but so that is where we are now. Oh, I didn't show where is the camera? Oh, here it is. And the animation, the jump animation is kind of whack. So, not really working. Wait, wasn't it only 2 years? How long I've been there? Oh, yeah, look at it. I spent 2 years on the game before releasing it, but that's almost 3 years ago. So that's 5 years in total. As you know, I'm still working on it. As you can see, improving it. Will the workshop design be reversed? Yes, that will be visited later. Yeah. The entire UI of the game will be changed completely, because I need to add a lot more stuff with characters and with better inventory. I need to add a lot of stuff. So yes, Matrix, that will change. But let me just roll back some stuff here. Let me just do this here off screen. So we need to put that in there. And then let's roll all this stuff back. Okay. The thing is that I'm downloading animations from Maximo, which is this one, and that's pretty cool. You can, well, first of all, you can have a lot of characters. You can see a lot of characters here. That's fine, and then you can have animations, and you can download these animations, and then you would think, well, drag and drop in, everything works, but that's not the case always. There are some packs in here, and this locomotion pack here should have kind of, standard animations, I assume. It doesn't say anywhere what it says is at 12, but I don't know how I can see the 12. Can I really do anything? But you can see it over here that it's kind of walking, running. The problem is, and please tip in if you know, Mixamo it's called. Please tip in if you know, because normally if I download this pickup item, for instance, this animation, and I download that or decides to download that, I can of course pick Unity, and I can pick 60 per second, with or without skin. Without skin, we don't need the character. I have characters, I just need the animation. And oh, that's not actually what I wanted to show. It was this one, because right now you can see he's actually running. The character is moving in position. So targeting or selecting this in place keeps him in the same place, which is actually what I want, because I just need the animation to run, and then I'll control he actually moves. So I can click this in place checkbox here. The problem is when I do this locomotion pack here, I don't get that in place option. So he just walks around. I don't know if that's the problem, but that's one of the problems. So anyway, locomotion pack, download. I can pick T-pose or original pose. Let's just take T-pose. I tried both of them, but anyway, it's for the blend tree stuff. It's not that important that the animations are okay, really, because they will be sus anyway. But anyway, just wanted to show that this is where I got the animations from. And now let me go in here and find this one. And I think this one is the, let's reload here. This one is the one with the original pose. But again, doesn't really matter. So you can see I'm testing stuff down here. Yeah. Let's do a folder so we have it. New test. I can always rename and move around and all that. So let's drag in. And what I saw in a tutorial was that you drag this stuff in here. It's a little hard because the chat is there, so you can't see that, but it's, yeah. Then I take this whiteboard here, and then I say it's a humanoid and apply. So now this one should have an avatar. And as I understand it, and please correct me if anybody knows anything else, but the avatar is kind of the one mapping standard humanoid naming convention to whatever game objects that is in that character that you are trying to animate, if that makes sense. I almost don't understand it myself. But anyway, so we have that avatar, and the trick I saw online on the interwebs was that I should, because the thing is, I can show you actually. So if I take this walking animation here, for instance, take the walking animation, and then I go to animation here, and then I need to have an character so I can see the animation. You can see it doesn't work. Okay, the reason is that the animation is not set to humanoid. So apply humanoid, perfect, boom. Then we have here, and we don't have the T-pose, but we can take that one in. So here we go. So you can see this looks like he's walking, but he's walking a little weird, right? And you can see, if you look, I don't know if I can zoom in, but you can see his foot is all wrong. If we speed it down here, you can see that his foot is not okay. It's not okay. Again, this doesn't really matter for what we are doing here with the blend tree, but I just wanna, yeah, basically show what I just learned myself over the last 2 days. Anyway, so one trick to fix this is to take the walk animation, go to the rig, and then select from other avatar, and then take in the Y-bot avatar, because it's something about the animation not being based on a original T-pose, you know, that thing that the characters normally have. So let's see now. So now you can see here, now his foot is all good. Now it looks much more correct. Oops, see it here. So now it's moving much better. What they also suggest you do is that you've seen that in some videos at least, is that you say loop time and loop pose. Maybe some of these, but let's see. So this guy, and now you can see it again here, this guy is actually moving forward. He's physically moving position as part of the animation. We don't want that, and I think we can fix it with this. We couldn't, but maybe we can do it with this. So now you can see he's not actually moving, but now it's just looking weird. He's jumping around. And that's not good. So I don't know exactly how to fix it. But anyway, let's just keep it maybe simple. This, and then we have the animation here. Okay. So anyway, let's do the same with the other ones here. Rig, let's say it's humanoid. Let's say based on avatar, and then drag in the Y-bot avatar and pray to the animation gods that it works, and it works. So let's try and see this one, for instance, animation, and we'll see here. The hand looks a little weird, but anyway, that's actually not what we are here for, because we are here for the blend trees. So let's get into that. And maybe we should, how should I lay this out so we have a little more? Yeah, I think I need to keep it like this, actually. Anyway, so, okay, so now we have a set of animations. We have an idle, we have a jump, left, stuff, and right, and strafe, and running, and walking, and blah, 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 blah. So, okay. Yes. So, let's try and let's try and make a blend tree here. And let's call it, can I call it something? Here it is. Movement blend tree. Oh, movement blend tree. So, like that. Again, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. The point in this is that you in here create, selecting this, we should be able to create a 2D thingy here, and then we need to have some parameters, which will be a vector x and y, which I need to define and set, but we can maybe float. So let's say movement velocity x So let's try and set it up, and then I can in code set the values afterwards. Let's see. I hope you get to release your game on console too. Yeah, well, consoles is higher priority than mobile, I must say. But maybe it's just a personal thing, but I don't really want to sit and play a lot on a phone. But I know a lot of people do that. But I think it's, yeah, I don't know. Also, it's very limited, and this game can be a little heavy on the battery and the phone, and yeah. So I think I will look into console before looking into phones. Anyway, so let's get back here. So the idea is that we have this, and then we have 2D, blah, blah, and then we have X and Y. So these are the two. And then we can add a new field. So basically, let's. Oh, there's no walking backwards. Oh, is that the animation? Animation speed. Maybe I can just set that to backwards. Okay, let's see. What if? What? Do I really have to do? Oh, that's another thing. Why is this wrapped inside a FBX file? I just need the freaking animation. And now we start to get to the part where it gets hard. Because so I can take this walking and then the running. And then we can take the running here. Boom. So, and that's so y is 1. Nah, okay, so that is walking is 2 maybe, and this one is, I can't remember, it's 5. It should have one motion opposition to avoid. Ah, okay. So we also need, but the idle should. Okay. The idle actually need to be handled in another one. The reason I'm not saying so much right now is because I'm not completely sure what I'm doing. So this one should be in 0 to 0. In the tutorials I saw there was a what? There was a red little thing you could drag around here. Why is this not? Jolo boy, more question marks. Yeah, maybe, or maybe something else. It's not something I'm thinking about right now, working on, because I need to kind of get the new foundation of the game in place, like multiplayer, character controller, animation, UI, all that stuff. But it, of course, at some point, like Easter eggs placed around just fine or something like that, could be fun. But that's not where I am right now. Matrix, nice. You can create your own characters later. That's the idea is that it should be moddable, so modders can add their own. Yes. But let me get it to work in game and figure out how this animator actually works with layers, and yeah, and you also need to have animation to hold stuff in the hand, and yeah. So right now you're just seeing me toying around with this. I know the live streams are much more interesting, seeing somebody who actually knows what he's doing, more convincing. That's not me right now, because yeah, I don't get it right now. Oh, I think it's because I need to have the, maybe we can do like this, and then I select this, and then this, and then No. Hmm. Maybe we should watch a tutorial again. Why is it not? Okay, but I can explain the idea. The idea is that you set up these different animations here for left, right, up, backwards, forwards, jumping, not jumping, moving up, moving forward, backwards, left and right, walking and running. And then you have, and then depending on 2D vector of X and Y, this one moves. There used to be a little red thing in here. There should be some little red one I can move around. But anyway, then depending on what direction you are moving your basic controller on a controller or the mouse and keyboard thing, the characters moving, the animation should follow along or play the right animations depending on that. And I think it's pretty nice when it works. But I think I need to find the tutorial I was looking into before.
Hi, I'm Nikki. Welcome to my channel.
Not this one. I'll take it over here. Let's see. Alema, it's me with the ambient sound thing. Ambient sound thing? Oh, the one where it lags until you change the ambient sound, which is a really weird bug. It wasn't this one, but let me take a look if this one is interesting.
Speed. In the previous video, we created a one-dimensional blend tree that was dependent on a single float parameter titled velocity. After adding a script to control the current value of velocity through a player's input, our idle animation would dynamically created a completely new blend tree, rename it to 2D blend tree, and set it as the default state. We can move the old idle state and the original blend tree off. Click on the blend tree node to navigate us into the blend tree layer. In the inspector window,
velocity C and X, but we have X and Y. We could have X and C, but that doesn't really matter. But what does matter is that Y. Okay. Why is he showing up at 0.0? But maybe it's an old tutorial. Okay, it's 3 years old. But I'm pretty sure this has been the same for a while.
This is the blend tree type that we used last time.
No.
Cartesian. The state option is that the inspector's format has changed. The field titled parameter will now be titled parameters. Variables don't have motion fields. Interpreted as a standard.
See, you have this red thing.
Graph, where our first parameter velocity finish adding added set all of them x-axis and 0 on the y-axis. This is because when the player is not moving, they should not. Not have velocity in the X or the Z direction. Taking a look at our character in the scene view, we can see that it is faced in the Z direction. For this reason, our velocity Z is what we will use to drive the character's forward animations. Remember, our blend tree uses the parameter on the right for position Y. So let's set our walk animation with a position Y of 0.5 and a run animation with a position Y of 2. So for idle animation sitting on the origin of the graph,
but that's not my question because
position. Again, where velocity X and Z are both.
That's not the question because I'm missing this red one. Okay, he has a simple direction, but that doesn't. It shouldn't really matter.
We'll notice the color gradient ranging from blue this episode.
So you have free form directional. That's what I have,
Everything
right?
now works as expected.
Free form directional, yes.
The difference is never blended with our walk animation. And when we test velocity X, our idle animation will
okay, he's not okay. He's not actually dragging that red one. That's just showing the values of these. But why is the velocity Y not available? Okay. Ah, okay, that's why it was messed up. And why is it only the 0? How to define the range of these? Because they could go to -1 or -1. What am I missing? Ask GPT. Yeah, I don't think it can answer just like that because I don't even know what to ask for. Funny thing, Lamani, is that I just actually implemented your character controller to my custom character and it's working just fine. So I just need to create a script that instantiates my character. Yeah, cool. Yeah, because you can just, yeah, you're basically just setting it in under the body node, I guess, in the player, and then assigning his avatar to the animator, right? Then it should work. And then hiding the old character. So it is something like that also I would do in a mod, but just easier so that you in a mod definition just, you know, assign the character, the avatar, and some other stuff like the neck bone and head bone maybe, so I can hide the visual, the mesh of the head and stuff like that. But anyway, why is this so messed up here? This one,
right animation, or right run animation. What's happening?
Why is his going from? Oh, is that because he have? Okay. So 2 here, and then running 0 here, and we have 4, and then we have, maybe we have a backwards one also. What if we do like this? So we take the walking and put it in here, and then we say -2, and then we do -1, so the animation goes backwards, and the idle is just 0 0. Let's see. So he's idling now, like that, and then we that's the, why can't I see the entire name? Can we make this bigger? Oh, that's the X. Yeah, okay. So that's the X, so that's fine. And then we can move backwards. See, he's walking backwards. And then we slow down, and then we move forward. And if we move, so now you can see now his forward speed is 2. I don't know if you can see it. So his forward speed is 2.1, and he's then walking like that. And then if we drag it even further, he should start running. Yep. Nice. Okay. The animation, as I said before, super sus, really weird. But let's try with this first, because that's okay. So kind of works. Now I just need to figure out how to, maybe some of you math geniuses can help out. Because now I need to, yeah, the thing is that if you are a game developer, you can maybe figure out that these two velocity X and Y, or X and C really, maybe I should change it to C, is basically a vector of the relative velocity of my character. So like, I can get right now the velocity of the character via that new controller motor I'm using, but that gives the world position velocity, so that if I'm moving in the minus direction, it will be minus, and if I move the other way in the world space. But I need that to be changed to be a relative to the player's forward direction. if that makes sense. But I found a script yesterday that we need to try out with some snippets. With vector, 3 dots seems to be the thing to do. But anyway, so let's try something. I don't know if this makes sense at all, but basically I would like a vector 2D, it really is, to be, yeah, be 0, 0, 0 when I'm staying still, then being, that must be positive in the z-axis forward, and yeah, you'll see in a moment. So, or you will hopefully see. So this is me trying to get that local velocity. I am actually doing that, but the velocity, that's the base velocity based on movement. Maybe it is just this one. Let me try and debug this one out here. So any math geniuses? So this character controller velocity here gives me the world space. I think we can also, let's take this one out too. So we have this one, and then we do this one, and then so we can see them both. So that should be the world velocity, and this one should be the relative velocity based on the character's forward facing z-axis. I know. Is it easy to make games? I don't think so. Not if you're not good at math. No, it's okay. But I'm really not good at this. Stuff like this with the math thing of vectors and stuff like that. Big challenge. Because I have no idea. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, we don't need it. Oh, okay, it's not... Yeah, okay, we didn't hook up the blend tree, but that doesn't really matter. We just... why is it not following? Okay, so it's following here. Okay, so if I move forward, no, see, now I'm just moving forward. Let's turn this way. They are exactly the same. But it's not correct. Well, at least that's not what I want. No, Amnesty, I messed with it yesterday, character controllers, or the characters in the game. And some basic animations, but it needs to be better. And blend tree is something that can make the animations move a little smoother and yeah, that stuff. But this is the first time I'm playing around with the animator. There's no other animations in the game until now. So, but I have an idea of where what I need to do, but making it work is not easy. Let me see. I have this vector, blah 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 blah. So they say it should be. Let's just let's just call it relative. Oops. Because I think it should be like that, maybe. Again, what I'm trying to get is the relative velocity of the player. So So the velocity is seen from his point of view, because then I can use that. Because then if it's +1, I know he's walking. If it's +3, I know he's running forward. If it's backwards, minus, I know he's going backwards. Stuff like that. But let's see. But yes, Amnesty, I played around, but I don't know if you saw it in the beginning. We did a test yesterday. So you can see here, this is from yesterday. So you can see it's she's moonwalking here. Because you can only walk forward, and you can also see because I have the character now in there, the camera is inside the head of the character, so you can see kind of here in the middle, you can see parts of the inside of the head, which you often shouldn't do. But that's because I just did it quickly. I obviously need some logic to get that removed once you see it in first person view and only for your own player, yada yada yada. And then the animations, but it actually works okay. Gonako in these clips are hacking himself, so he's running a lot faster than he should be. But Kel'Thuzar here to the right, he is just walking around normally when he's rocking, but he was sleeping half of the time, so I don't know. That might be where he stands still. Let's see. Okay, I don't think there is any good. Okay, anyway, let's move on. So, so now it actually works. Okay, so if you look in the bottom, but you can't do that while I'm moving it, but the relative velocity is 0 now. So if I move forward now, it says 2.9. I don't know if it's too small for you, but it says 2.9 forward. And if I'm running, it says 5.9. And if I'm going backwards, it's -5 and -2. Okay. And that's in the forward. No. Yeah, okay, that's... And it doesn't matter which direction I'm going in, whereas the character controller velocity is the world one, so it depends on which way I'm pointing, it changes. But the relative velocity is just going back and forth. But when I then go sideways, that relative velocity goes nuts. So math genius, please tip in. In other games you make before, you never add a character like this with animation, all that. Nope, never done it before. Never. As I said, there is no animations in the game until now. Everything is physics and do tween and stuff like that. So anybody, please tip in. Again, as I said, I have the world velocity here. Maybe we should ask ChatGPT. Hello, Rosin, man. So we have the world velocity here, and we need the relative velocity from the player's point of view. So like moving forwards is plus, backwards minus. And this dot thing, I have no idea how it works. I could read up. I read something, but I really don't care. I just need it to work. But this relative velocity partly worked, but it's no longer a velocity. Well, it is, but it only in one axis, which is fine. But as soon as I pressed A and D, that number became weird. I could, of course, I know how I could. I know how I could fix that. I could do something like this, but I'm not sure it's the most efficient thing. So I could, that's the X, so that's this and this Y and the C, and then I could have the velocity C in here. So this might work. Relative I really don't like that because I think it can be done smarter. Let's see. But of course this, I could do it like this, and then I can have another one for the sideways velocity. For now that could be fine. But I'm pretty sure I can do it in more efficiently or more intelligently than this. Because I'm creating new vector. I don't know. Okay, let's see. So we walk forward. Okay, that's not working. Now it's completely off. It's not working at all. Okay, let me Google that shit. Let's see, chat. Let's see. In Unity, how to calculate a relative velocity, a relative forward velocity from a world space velocity. Boom. Let's see. That is exactly what we're doing. We'll give you how fast the object is moving forward, and that's fine. That approach, assume that the object is forward. You want to consider forward direction for velocity calculation. Different reference. Yeah, but that's fine. Need to account for rotation as well. But that is kind of what we have already, so that doesn't really help. So this velocity is basically what I already have. That's the forward, that's fine. Then we do this dot thing. value gets weird when there is side movement to how to compensate for that. Let's see. Relative forward, relative while need to project the world space velocity into the object's forward direction vector. Instead of moving. Here's how we can. Okay. Now we start talking. Let's see. Except he's doing the exact same thing. Don't we agree that this is the exact same thing as before? So we have to transform forward, that's the forward, then you have the velocity from this radio body, which is the world space velocity. Then he does vector 3 dot world space and then forward, and then he have the relative forward velocity. Forward is transferred forward, velocity is world forward, world space velocity, and then you have vector 3 dot world space velocity and forward. So it's the exact same thing he's doing. Are you mad, bro? Sullivan, I'm working on animation and characters and character controller. Really, it's all a mix of it all. Calculate the relative forward velocity by projecting the velocity into forward vector. Am I missing something? It's the exact same thing he's doing. This is the exact same solution as you showed before. Okay, let me maybe just so relative forward is the takes the okay, wait. So he is actually doing the other way around, right? He's taking the world space here, but he did that before too. Yeah, okay. It's the other way around. It's the world space velocity first. I don't know if it matters, but let's try that. I don't know if that had anything. Maybe it just end up with the same. So let's see the relative velocity, this one. So that's the world space velocity, and then dot whatever forward thing. We could just put this in, but anyway. Okay, let's take a look. I don't think it changed anything. Again, I'm trying to get a forward, backwards, sideways velocity, because then I can use that for this one over here, which again will animate the character. I don't have high hopes for this. Let's see. Again, I'm just looking. I can't really zoom in because then I can't control the camera up here. So I hope you can see in the bottom there. So it says relative velocity 0. So I'm pushing forward. It goes to 2.9. If I turn, it goes down a little when I turn, because the way the character controller works, that's fine. He's kind of losing a little speed whenever he turns around. No problem. And then when I, okay. So now, damn it. The thing is, So back and forwards and backwards works fine. When I press W, he walks forward. You see 2.9. Pressing S, he goes backwards. It's minus 2.9. But standing still and pressing D gives me a weird, very, very, very small number, negative number, and pressing A gives me a very, very small, I think, positive number. I don't want these positive numbers because these are not actually moving forward. Maybe that's the... Hey Julian, hello, 10 hours random music. Do you have that anti-cheat like prevent people from hacking the game? There is some anti-cheat, but I'm not spending too much time on it because crackers will always crack the game, no matter what I do. So I'm not spending too much time on it. Not that I don't care, but it's a battle I can't win anyway. Because if Rockstar, Blizzard, whatever, you name it, can't beat it, can't win that war, I can't either. So I'm not gonna spend time on it. And just hope that people actually buy the game. Christmas RP. To be honest, I don't remember everybody in here. Sorry. But is that number that's so small that I can ignore it? Maybe it's okay. What if I do like this? So let's try something. So we say, so that's the forward, and then we have the, let's say right, and then we have the right velocity. So now we should get, so here we have this, and then we put this, and this, and this. Boom. So now we have the right velocity and the forward. Okay. Because if this works, that could actually work maybe. Oh, damn it. Let me at least try, and I can use that for that animation. Yeah, I think let's see. No, Lucas, don't remember you. No idea. Okay, so forward is 2.9 and a weird little number in the right, and then moving right gives 2.9 the right and minus 1 in the left. Okay. And it's a very, very small number, so don't we agree that it's a very small number if it says like I don't like that, but can we so that's the speed forward. So we could basically just put in this and then do like this. That should work on that one. Forward moving motion. Let's see. I think if we go back, because we're not using the blend tree that we created before, we're not actually using that yet. We are using still these here. And here you can see it goes from idle to walking if the speed is greater than 0. And then it goes back from walking to idle if it's less than 0.1. So that will be interesting to see. Again, we get to the blend tree in a moment, but now I have the numbers. I think I have the numbers in the code that I need. And to see this guy walking around, we need to do like this. And then we need to select the player here. So we can see the player here. So, yep, walking. It's very dark, but let me do like this so we can better see. So, I'm walking, yep. Hello. And walking. And running, yep. So now we are using the new numbers. We're using the old animation thing. There's no blending stuff and no backwards thingy. So that's all good, I think. Then we need okay, so that works. Let's move into the blend tree here, because I think, can we, how do we set? Because here, when I have a normal animation in the animator here, I can set the default speed and the multiplier multiplied by the speed, and that's pretty nice, because then I can animate it depending on how fast you're moving. But I don't see I have that option here. Adjust time scale. Nope. Composition. That's kind of annoying, because I can't really do anything here. Okay, let's try and go back. Let's try and let's try and delete these, so we're not getting into these here. But instead we are getting from idle to move and move to idle, and we will get to the move if velocity is, but it can also be less. So I might need, okay, I might need to have a bool called moving. Oh, I should go directly into the, yeah, okay. Set default state. So now it goes directly into the moving part, and the moving tree had idle in here. So that should work. Velocity X and Y, let's see. So let's see here. So we say animator set float C, and then that's the X, and I need to change that to C, because no, wait a second, the X is the right one here, and the Y is the forward one. So now I'm setting these velocity x to the right and left, and the velocity y to the backwards, forwards. And it will default go into this movement blend tree. I need to change that, but it just go into that right away. So we are here, and then it should move depending on, yeah, forward and backwards. Let's see if it works. If it works, it should blend a little more smoothly between the running and the walking and the idle one. Instead of, before it also did it, but it didn't do, yeah. It will be clear when we see it, I guess, moving sideways, if I get that to work. Okay. So let's see. So we have the player, and let's turn it into day. So we have this guy here, and we can actually see it's working. What if we select this one? Okay, I can't see. Okay, we can't see that, but we can still see. Do like this. We can still see how it flows. So I move forward. He walks forward. And now I got. Let me make it light. Okay, it seems to be working now. Okay, stop. So he walks here. The animation is all messed up, as you can see. He's walking really funny, but that doesn't really matter. He's floating above ground. Anyway, the animation itself is not that important. The important one is that he's moving as he's walking, and when I'm running, he's running. And he's also actually moving. It's not a backward animation, it's actually just a forward walking animation played backwards. He's kind of walking backwards. Forward. So it's not like gliding as it was before, but still he is gliding a little. And that's the animation speed. I can't really control that, which is kind of annoying. Or at least I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Okay, so that kind of works. Let's try and add a left and right walk, and so if we then take the left strafe walking, so we say left strafe walking. Just try these two then, and then the right strafe walking, this one, and say right strafe walking. Now you get the point or the idea maybe. It's just a matter of tweaking it and moving it, making the animation fit. And now Konako, you can see why I don't think modders should do their own animations per default, because making all this work and look good isn't easy. At least I haven't figured out how to make it easy yet. So that's the right one and the left one. So this is the X position. So the Y position is up, and strafing right will have this one go to 2 on the right side and -2 on the left side. So that's left and right. Let's just try and have 2 more. And let's not So is this the run? Okay, that's the run one. Okay. Okay, let's do it. Strafe, running. Right, strafe, running. I don't know if this is interesting to look at anymore, but now we're actually getting to something. Now it starts to be putting it together now. So we take this left running and right. Right, running, yep. So this one. So this is 0, 0, just a second. I'm back again. Now it's very exciting. So left strafing, that must be minus then 4, and right strafing must be 4. So you can see here, boom, okay. And we actually have a running backwards. We could have a running backwards here. That would be x0, and then it would be minus 4, and then it would be minus 1. Let's try it. Maybe he can move sideways now, animation wise, but the animations might be completely off. You know, his foot dragging around and he's not on the ground and yeah, stuff like that. But that part is not that important because right now it's a matter of blending between the animations. So let's see here. So let's go here and let's go here. Oops. And nope. So we have her standing there and we need to go out here. So now we should be able to see where animation. So we go backwards. Is she actually going backwards? Forward? Yeah, she is going backward. Sideways, not working at all. It is working, but it's not working. Okay. Okay, let's see. I think this is something with the animations actually. And maybe it's because we didn't set these up. So so these, and then Rick, and then that's fine. And then animation, and then I need to take one at a time. So this and this, I guess. Let's see. That one. Maybe that one. That. Strap. Loop. Boom. This one. And this. Boom. And let's try again. Let's see. It kind of switched to the animation, the right animation, but it didn't actually animate. So let's see. Let's try again. Again, this is the first time I'm working with characters and animations and stuff like that, so bear with me. So let's see. So let's make it a little lighter so we can see what we're doing. Zzz. Okay. So the guy is here. He's walking backwards, forwards. We can have a backwards animation also. That's not a problem. Let's see what. Oh. Okay, it looks kind of weird, but but it works. Except he's. I think we reversed it. But it kind of works. He is actually, but he's Yeah, that's also where I need to figure out how much of the head should be affected, and I really don't like that he slides around like that. Why is he looking the other way? Wouldn't you be looking the way you were walking? But it doesn't matter. It works. You can see his kind of... Before it was a little more like switching between animations. It blended a little, but now it's kind of... It blends a little more. Still have a problem with that jumping thing, but there's no animation for that right now. But it kind of works. It looks weird, but it works a little. And then I have to... Yeah, okay, and then I need to compensate for that. There's also this turning animation. Yeah, okay. Okay, but I think that's it for today, actually, because I kind of got it working. The animations is all whack, but the blend tree is working. Like I can go forward, and I just need a walking backward animation, and have the animation work. That's a different thing, because I still don't know how that works completely with that avatar and yeah, and T-pose and humanoid characters and all that. But anyway, so he's not moving as nice as before, because he's gliding over the ground. But that I faked that before by adjusting the animation speed with the speed of the movement. But I don't seem to be able to do that anymore. I need to figure out how to do that in a blend tree. But it's kind of... But I don't want to spend too much time on that until I have an animation that I actually like. And this one is not... He's walking really weird. I don't know why he's turning his head like that. We can try something. I can... let me try something here. So we have this. I don't know why his head is like... He's running like this. And that doesn't work in the like when I'm watching it like this, and I'm not sure this works. This works a little, maybe. Yeah. I need to figure out a way to have the animation match the speed of movement, so he's not sliding around like this, because this looks stupid. But anyway, that's it for now. It actually worked. It worked a little. Then the animation, the blend tree worked. The animations is whack, but the blend tree part worked, so that's nice. Yeah, so that's it for today. Was that 1.5 hours streaming? Woo. So will models be able to use all of this that you're doing animation and custom player models? Yes, the whole, my point to make it easy, the point is that all this animation stuff I'm setting up now, that these animation will be applied to all custom characters. Because if modders have to do all of this also, maybe I can enable that if people want to, but most won't. They just want a different character model. So the idea is that they can just use their own model with skeleton and all that skeleton stuff set up, and have an avatar and then do something that I don't know yet, and then I can import that in the mod and then take it in here. So that's the player model instead of that. But there's much right now. I'm just talking about movement. There is more to it because I also need animation that should be separate from. It's in another layer. I think that's what you're using layers for in this animator. So like when you're holding something, you know, there will be a generic, you know, hold. The hand will be like here, and then I place whatever you're holding in here. So that's also an animation that needs to be there on its own, independent if you're running or moving backwards or forwards or sideways or whatever. Anyway, I'm new to animations, so yeah, I don't know how to make it work, but I'm trying, and I did get this to work, partly, but I'm just fooling around with it, trying to figure out how it works so I can make it work correctly and as I want. Just hooked them up and moved the joints to the proper place. Yeah, actually, what you would need to do, I think, as a modder is to hook up, somehow make an avatar. As I said in the beginning, I think the avatar is what is having a humanoid avatar. That's where you hook up saying, okay, the standard head is this bone, and this is this bone, and this is this bone, or game object. And then when you have hooked up that for your character, it should work. And yeah, and then Konako already hacked his way into it and got a Shrek model into the game, just on his own machine. But it just shows that it is actually possible, even without me doing anything. But I want to make it easy, and yeah, as easy as possible, of course, to make it. Anyway, why do I always go AFK and come back exactly when the stream ends? Yeah, sorry, I was here for 1.5 hours, and I think it's good to stop because I can hear there's soon dinner, and I got the blend tree working, which was what I was looking into make work. A lot of tweaking needed, but yeah, but because the animations I had yesterday in our test yesterday was actually looking a lot better, even though it couldn't move forward, but it was better fitting when they were walking. The speed and the animation, I tweaked that so it looked correct, and now that's all up, broken again. And as you can also see here, when you're having a tool in the hand, it's just floating where it used to be, but it needs to be in the hand, of course, but also in a way so it's not, yeah. Anyway, a lot of stuff needs to be done, but good progress, and yeah, pretty fun to play with characters. We did that yesterday, and it adds a lot actually to the feeling of the game. I can see the role playing go nuts from here. Okay, yeah, that's it for now. See you in the next stream or on Discord or whatever. Yeah, see you guys.